One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas A&M's offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Can't get him to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Gives it to the back on the draw. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Runs through a tackle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. So Georgia's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit.
Turning it on! Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
From the gun, the ground game. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. The Dogs want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Looking to throw, it's Averill. Gets away from one. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to return it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On the move at the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Averill. Fires to the middle. And they can't make the connection.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. And sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Dogs are on the move. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Offense gets set for second down. Dumps it off in the flats. Oh, he's got some space. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The Bulldogs will line it up on first and 10. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the right. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Looking to throw again. They're setting up the screen. Smashes through the tackle. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. The extra point here would tie the game. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Using the quick game. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Leaves him with the running back. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Inside the 40. There he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Give to the running back. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he added the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Man, last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's April. Makes the catch. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
From the gun, running back on the move.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Looking to throw on third. Scrambling away. He's open on the right. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Grab behind the line. It's Wade. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Abram. Gets rid of it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
setting up the screen. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
He's got him. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
He'll do it himself. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to...
Turning it on! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Averill. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Breaks into the open. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds a man on the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with the 1st down in the final period. Power football with the run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He might want another play. The play action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To throw, it's Averill. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the one side.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Snap it to the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Then short field payoff with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They bring the punter onto the field now. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The 12 men more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Averill. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
Punt is on its way. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Bunch formation for these receivers. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the tight end. They'll leave it with him. able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll go to the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker. He gets a hand on it. Scoops it up, and he's going to try to take it back.
I'll tell you, this defense, they're not giving anything up. Here in the second half, scoreboard all knotted up. What a great job getting that kick blocked to keep this thing tied.
The give from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner.
Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better...
Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like what a
touchdown, Georgia! They jump on top here in OT. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make the play.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Touchdown, Aggie! They got the score now to see if they go for the win over time.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Now, first down here in the second overtime. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. He'll keep it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. They've been running it, but now the pass. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Big third and goal here in overtime as they try to get a touchdown to take the lead. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
You got to be able to blitz, but get home. It's one thing to blitz just to blitz, but you got to find a way, slip through those cracks. Nice job by the defense. The QB had no clue. He was hanging in there, trying to be tough. Got hit as he threw the football, forced the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Dead center perfect. Hold on just a second. Flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
They haven't gotten much done here. Third down, and they need to at least pick up a few to make the field goal attempt easier. The run from the shotgun. There he goes. Got enough for the first. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. First and goal, and a touchdown will win it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Beck's going for the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what, a couple of plays. It's in overtime. There's starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop here?
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They're going to try to win it right here. 4th and goal in overtime for the game. They'll try to power it in. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after